Hey, in this short video we'll be talking about registers. Have you ever noticed that depending on what you're doing, who you're with, or where you are, that you talk slightly different? This is because of registers.
A register is defined as being a semantic concept. It refers to the variety of language used for a specific scenario, such as your social setting. They are also very closely related to dialects, and it can be hard to distinguish between them when they are intertwined.
During this video, we'll be focusing specifically on volleyball registers. We will explore what exists within a volleyball register, while also explaining the three dimensions that make up a register.
The three categories for registers are field, tenor, and mode.
Field is the subject matter being discussed. Examples are politics, sports, or schoolwork. Tenor is the relationship between those who are speaking. Examples are teacher to student or teammate to teammate. Mode is the method in which the communication is done. Examples are written versus spoken.
The field for volleyball registers is sports, the tenor is teammate to teammate or teammate to coach, and the mode is spoken.
Because of their complex nature, registers must be put on a continuum rather than be defined with hard borders. There are 5 specific categories of register that have been identified and are commonly used to classify registers. Today we will talk about several of these categories as they exist within volleyball.
The following scenes will be an example of the importance of field in registers.
The contextual importance of register usage is shown in the following example. In this first scenario, there's a normal classroom scene where 2 students discuss how they think a math test went. In their communication, they use a proper register that matches the field of a classroom.
Okay, pencils down. And close your test.
So how do you think you did on the math test?
I don't think it went too well. I didn't study all too much this weekend because I was busy. What about
Man,
you?
really, that sucks. I studied with a friend, so I think you did alright.
Okay, I see. In this second scenario, it's the same scene, but with random or vaguely equivalent volleyball terms used instead of the regular words to exemplify how context is important. Otherwise, the speech will make no sense.
Okay, test's over. Put down your pencils.
So how'd you serve on that math game?
Felt like playing a jungle ball. My second match got me a red card.
Oh, I blocked with a friend, so I got an ace.
I had a joust, so I couldn't key that much.
You can see that field is important to registers because otherwise you won't be able to understand what's going on in the conversation.
The most common type of register in volleyball is a casual register.
Casual register. A casual register is defined as the informal language of a broad but still well-defined social group and includes jargon and elliptical sentences.
In volleyball, elliptical sentences are often used to convey information quickly. An elliptical sentence is a sentence that is missing information.
So during a game, let's say one of you guys notices that the other team's server consistently puts the ball pretty close to the net, up in this area here. What would you say to let your teammates know that the server does that pretty consistently?
Oh yeah, I got that. You'd yell out, "Watch short serve," right?
In general, volleyball phrases have 2 to 3 words. Many words that are needed for the sentence to be grammatically correct are omitted. In this elliptical clause, we use subject deletion. The subject everyone is not said.
So as you guys are watching the other team play, you notice that they've lost control of the ball, that they're not setting up like a good play to get the ball back towards you guys, but they're just going to have to try their hardest to get the ball back over the net. What would you say in that instance?
That's free ball.
In this elliptical clause, the subject, the opposing team, and the verb sending have been deleted.
So this next one's not too common of a term, but in some cases the ball is going to be super far away from you and there's no smart play you can really make on the move. You just want to get the ball, you just want to keep the ball in the air. What would you yell in that case?
Pancake it!
This clause only has subject deletion of the person being talked to, which is you.
Okay, so in this case, the server's hit the ball, it's coming really quickly towards you guys, and it's going to come right in between you guys. Only one of you can get the ball, so what do you yell to let your teammate know that you're going to get the ball?
It's mine.
This clause also has both the subject of the ball and the verb is deleted.
Wait, so coach, why is that important?
By using volleyball registers effectively, situations like this can be avoided. Also, in a study done by Kunzel et al., they found that volleyball attacks were 17.2 to 25.5% more successful if players effectively used volleyball register to communicate where to spike the ball.
While a casual register is used when volleyball players, coaches, and fans get together, there is a change to casual and intimate register when a competitive team gets together. Intimate register. An intimate register is defined as a highly informal language used among family members and close friends, and may include private vocabulary known only to two people or a small group. The 2012 and 2013 Cardston Cougars volleyball team is an example of an intimate register. In volleyball, a setter will often set the ball to a player who seems the most energetic. If a Cardston Cougar hitter seemed optimistic and called for a tandem when playing a pickup game with players from other towns, the setter would give the hitter a regular set that the hitter would not be in position to hit because of the miscommunication. This video shows an example of a properly executed tandem. If there had been miscommunication, two volleyball players may have been injured.
A frozen register is a register in which language is literally frozen in time and form. It does not change, and this type of language is often learned and repeated by rote.
A great example showing the importance of understanding registers can be seen in the context of the adversarial legal system where frozen register is used.
A study from the University of Western Sydney discusses how speech behavior in the courtroom negatively affects the outcome of the court case in question. Witnesses that abide by and follow the frozen register of the courtroom are proven to be more likely to be perceived as credible and reliable and to have positive outcomes in court.
Whether it be on the court or in the courtroom, it is important to recognize what register you're in and to adjust your use of language accordingly to avoid negative outcomes.
Now you know what a register is and how you can think about field, tenor, and mode to determine what register is appropriate for your situation, whether the register is casual, intimate, frozen, or other.